My name is Manan Trivedi, Big Data Solution Architect from Cisco UCS Data Center Group. Today I'm covering the topic of maximizing Hadoop performance on Cisco UCS. So let's go through the little bit agenda on the today's session. First agenda is like a performance tuning requirement on Cisco UCS. We'll go through a little bit on the infrastructure level tuning, and we'll talk about more on the software level tuning also. Second thing is we'll mainly more context of Cisco UCS integrated infrastructure for big data. We'll discuss about that. What is Cisco integrated infrastructure of big data, and what are the reference architecture we have, and all those things. Third one is we'll discuss about TPCX-HS. What is TPCX-HS and what is TPC.org, and we announced a couple of results few weeks back. We'll discuss about that also. And then we'll discuss about design for performance on performance tuning and how to optimize your Hadoop cluster. And then we'll open the floor for the Q&A. I have to go to a little bit quick because I have one more session back there, 6:30. So let's start with the performance tuning. So when you say performance tuning, there are two key features included in the infrastructure tuning and software level tuning. In infrastructure tuning, we have another three subcomponent. There is a network configuration, compute and memory configuration, and then is storage. Definitely an important part for the Hadoop kind of workload to tune that. And we have when in a software we have a couple of other like operating system or kernel level tuning, and then in another one is a Hadoop and whatever distribution on Hadoop level you are using. So let's start with a little bit understanding of the Cisco UCS integrated infrastructure for big data, and what is that. So when we say Cisco in a rack server, right, we are not just providing the compute and storage, we are providing a whole integrated infrastructure for big data, like compute, storage and networking. So when we say networking, we have something called Fabric Interconnect. It's like nothing but the Nexus switch running on the UCS software on the top of that, which manage, provision and monitoring whole UCS data center and whatever the domain you connected to that. So when we talk about the UCS, we don't forget about the compute and its core strength, which have C240, which have all the CC servers connected to the dual 10 gig connectivity to the Fabric Interconnect, and all servers are connected through the single wire management. So there is no we have a data management and all that connected to the single wire, so less wire overhead. As well as we are managing all the monitoring, provisioning and maintaining everything through the single Fabric Interconnect, so less cost of ownership. You can extend instead of using the direct connectivity, you can use that through the Fabric extenders. That is 160 server you can connect to the single domain of UCS Fabric. So before we move on, let me walk through about the C240 servers which we have in the reference architecture for the big data. Our big data reference architecture has a first C240 M4, which has a 24 disk slots. All are 10K cells, 1.2 terabyte of drives, 2 RU servers, and they have a dual Haswell processor of 12 core each, so 24 cores and 48 with the hyper-thread enabled. We have a 256 GB in the base configuration, and you can go up to the 768 GB. And as definitely we have 2 drives internally for the boot. We have some another configuration we have is a large form factor base, where we have a 12 drive slots, and each has a 4 terabyte, 6 terabyte and 8 terabyte drives configuration supported. We have something called C3160, which is archive storage. We have a 60 drives supported 4 terabyte and 6 terabyte. It's like total storage of 360 terabyte, which is meant for only for archive. So when I say UCS, so we definitely focus on scaling because in Hadoop, right, you buy 12, 10 or 20 servers, and then within a few months you move to the 200 or 1,000 servers. So scaling is an important part. In UCS Manager, I'll quickly go through that. We have something called service profile. We are abstracting all the component from the hardware level, UUID, MAC ID, everything, and we are configuring that into the service profile, and then those are reside into the Fabric Interconnect, and you are managing all your servers and all your components from inside into the servers from the Fabric Interconnect. you have one server, or you have a whole rack of server like 16 nodes, all are connected to the single layer of Fabric interconnect. You can connect not only single 16 server, you can connect 80 server to the single Fabric interconnect. That is we call a one domain, and you can configure multiple domain connected to the different Fabric interconnect using N7K and 9K, and you can manage those using UCS Central, like a manager of manager from the single pane of glass. And all of them you can manage from the Cisco ACI, application centric infrastructure. So let me quickly go through that design for the performance. Before we go to design for the performance, let me go to that what is the TPC and TPC.org. So TPC-X HS is an industry first and so far the only standard benchmarking big data system to provide industry verifiable price per performance for the hardware and software system dealing with the big data. So we have another session tomorrow morning 9:30, especially on the TPC-X HS. You can join that one too. Before we move on, let me tell you that whatever the publication we did in the 2 weeks, before 2 weeks ago, we have a different reference architecture for the Cisco UCS Big Data, but the one we use for this publication is this guy, Performance Optimized, where is 16 servers, 24 drives each, 2 Haswell processors, and everyone connected to the single pair of Fabric interconnect managed by the Fabric interconnect. The publication we did 2 weeks before, there was an integrated infrastructure big data topology. We used the 16 data nodes and 1 name node, and all connected to the pair of Fabric interconnect, and each Fabric interconnect has a 810 gig link connected to the 9K. We are using a Bond 6, which I will go through the later part of the presentation. So before I move to that next part, I just want to go through that this important part of the Cisco technology is a Cisco Virtual Card, weak card. This is unique to the Cisco. I put this slide because I don't want to miss out this part. This is converged network adapter, which unique to Cisco. We have a 2 physical 10 gig link. Out of that, you can create 256 virtual NIC, and there are some key benefits of this, which will come into the next couple of slides. So networking, let's start with the networking. So when we say that optimization to maximize the Hadoop performance, when I mentioned that like we have a network, storage, and compute tuning. In a networking, we tune, so in a service profile, we created 4 NIC each side. So every server has 8 virtual NICs. All odd NICs are referring to the Fabric A, and evens are referring to the Fabric B, and all those are bonded together using mode 6. Mode 6 is nothing but the active load balancing and TLB plus RLB, transient load balancing plus receiving load balancing. And for the mode 6, you don't need any other kind of special switching required. And we saw real good performance boost using the mode 6 with the 4 NICs each side. These are the bonding configuration I put into the slide that is important for the master. Master, we are using, this is the configuration, and MTU is a 9000, and slaves we are using this. All the slaves files we are using the same configuration, so just for the example. Let's go to the next part, an important part of the infrastructure to improve the performance is the compute/memory. So in a compute, we have 4 important part we need to discuss is like hyperthreading enable. So hyperthreading is a logical core, you need to enable that to get the performance boost. Second is a CPU performance. CPU performance is something to the varies on the workload based workload. Like if you have a different kind of workload, you have to check that which CPU performance is good for you. For our scenario, for the big data kind of workload, where the workload is a purely sequential I/O, we check that like a CPU performance, enterprise gives the best performance because in enterprise all the prefetchers are enabled by default. In a system, you need to do the all C states should be disabled to get the better performance, optimized performance, because C state is just a hold of a CPU that goes to the idle mode. If you not use that, and to come back to that performance mode, it will affect the performance. Turbo bus should be enabled. Power technology should be definitely on a performance mode. Memory should be on a performance mode, and then NUMA should be enabled. If you guys have any question, we'll go through that because I have to rush a little bit. Storage is a key component for the Hadoop optimization and then tuning, because Hadoop use the local storage and all server has almost 24 or 26 terabyte of storage. So let's focus a little bit on the storage optimization. What we did, we use all the drives in a JBOD mode, just bunch of bits. We present 24 separate volumes of the drives to the systems. We use 1.2 terabyte of drives for the 10 cases. We configured the XFS file system. Definitely out of the box ext4 is a faster, but if you configure XFS with the appropriate tuning parameters, XFS is definitely faster, which we saw in our big data exercise. And XFS is again highly scalable and highly performance file system. With XFS, we formatted our drive using AG count is equal to 1. That is a key feature in XFS file system has, that AG count is nothing but the aggregation count, which improve your IO and also that decrease the fragmentation too of the file system level. Also, the important part of the mounting the file systems and using the inode 64 or no A time. So Linux is basically tracking down all the access time, when the last file read and last file access and all those things. So you mount the file system using the no A time, that you definitely improve the performance. So these are the compute, storage and network. We have a OS tuning as well as the Hadoop level tuning. Bunch of the tunings parameters we did for the OS and Hadoop. We published the benchmark on tpc.org and we put all the files there. So if you want, we can discuss in offline too. These are the numbers Cisco published on tpc.org and tpcxhs. If you go to tpc.org, you will see all the numbers Cisco published: 1 terabyte, 3 terabyte, 10 terabyte, and 30 terabyte. These three are the old generation of servers Cisco published, but these two are the latest generation version 3, which we just announced 2 weeks back. And I'll go through that one. We beat the Dell number as well as Huawei number too. We have a next. So let me take you to a little bit closer look on the 30 terabyte number. We announced 2 weeks back that you guys can see that we have a price per you guys can see that we have a price per performance on 41,000 compared to the Dell 48,000 and 49,000. You can go to the tpc.org and check that it's a publicly available record, and it's industry standard benchmark. So we publish benchmark with all the associated files we uploaded there. We announced another results last week itself, and we beat the Huawei number, and you can see that we have HSPF 11.746, and then price per performance is 44,000. So this is exact same configuration, but the numbers are higher. That means the price per performance is go low. So again, the performance, definitely we are better than anyone else. Let's talk about why Cisco UCS integrated infrastructure big data accept performance. So again, let me go to real quick on this. Reduce provision timing because of the UCS managed all the data center servers, everything. Reduce cabling because of the single wire management, data management all into the single wire. Reduce management cost. Reduce power and cooling cost as well. And we have 100 world records benchmarks. We have an extensive ecosystem partner system. We are working with every partner, treat all of them the same. And then last but not least, the last slide, that we are already number 1 in North America in a blade market. Our revenue is data center revenue run rate is 3.5 billion rate, and we have almost 85% of all Fortune 500 customers. All right. Thank you, guys. Question?
Any questions for Manan? Any questions? Well, no, that means you did an excellent job. Well done.